Of all the money this man spends on new golf clubs, I can't believe I actually agree with him on something. This is a huge decision you've made.
It is, but it's working for me.
Gaz, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
So, Gaz, we had a little bit of tit for tat the other day on Instagram, and Gaz thinks he's going to beat me every time he plays. Apparently, this isn't a match today. I'm going to hold my hands up. You've said it's not a match. So yesterday, Gaz was all over his social media saying that he's going to beat me every time. So, are we playing today or not?
We've not come for a match.
We're both
today.
here. Are we here?
For 2 weeks.
I'm here, Gaz. Play me.
No, I didn't
So you've got
No.
So
when I
chicken...
play you next time, I'm beating you.
Chickening out. Hold on.
Well,
why don't we play today then? Let's play today.
No, you
Let's play today.
No, I'm not having
Let's
that.
play today.
I'm not having it. That's why I lose.
You don't want it to be a match. You haven't got the minerals for it to be a match.
I've not played for
so that's
2
fine.
weeks.
You've not a problem. It's not a holiday, mate. It's my job, all right?
Today.
But we're going to test clubs today. So if you love testing golf clubs, stay tuned to this video, subscribe, and go and check out that man's channel as well, because he spends more money on golf clubs than anyone I've ever met.
It's perfect time to experiment.
It is. So guys, we're going to kick things off with the hybrid.
Yeah.
I'll let you tee off with it first, and then we'll talk them through exactly what you've done, because this is actually, it could be a bit of a game changer that I, to be honest, didn't even think about doing. But I love the idea. I love the concept of what you've done, apart from putting a Leeds United grip on a red and black shaft.
I have slipped up with that actually.
Someone commented on that, didn't they?
They did.
Great strike, hung out to the right a touch.
We'll see how close that is to green.
Yeah, so let's just have a look at that before I tee off. I'm gonna hit a nice 3-wood. But what you've done here,
so it's a 17 degree 2 hybrid cranked to 15.5, so it's like the strength for a 3-wood.
Yeah.
It's actually stronger than my current 3-wood, which is 16.5.
Yeah.
Reason is, or shall we get a bit more into that in a bit?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, can I hit that?
Yeah, have a go. And not only is it 15.5, it's an inch longer than an actual standard 2 hybrid, so it's about a 5-wood length.
So essentially this should be a fairway. It looks really good.
Yeah.
It should be a fairway finding machine. Feels a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's done something maybe to the swing weight, but let's see how much this can. I picture this just turning over a bit. That is an absolute knuckleball, isn't it?
That's it. It comes out with no spin.
Oh, I really enjoyed that.
It's the flattest flight I've ever had with a sort of fairway wood or hybrid off the tee.
So guys, interestingly, I've just put that against my 3-wood. Very similar shaft length, obviously very similar loft as well. But for the guy who doesn't enjoy hitting a fairway wood, this could be perfect.
Well, I've had a yip with driver and fairwood. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I look at this as an iron, and I never have the yip.
And have you had this in the studio at work?
I have. It's going like, honestly, it were going 270 with standard shaft in it.
Yeah.
And this is an inch longer, this shaft.
So it's got to be giving you more club head speed and more ball speed.
We haven't tested it. I haven't got any numbers, but it should be giving me a bit more distance.
Have you partnered up with KBS or?
No. No. I got a good deal on it.
Let's move on. So guys, 2 very interesting tee shots there on the opening hole. Gaz, I really like the idea of what you've done here. Also guys, if you've not checked out Gaz's channel, make sure you do. Gary Martin Golf for all things more product and
just
sales,
15K,
bargains.
and it's a bit of a niche in selling.
Yeah.
But I am trying to carry doing playing vlogs and testing clubs. And still
could
getting
sell
better at it.
snow to the Eskimos, this man. But guys, there's some more clubs in Gaz's bag that we're going to look through as well for the match that isn't a match, that's never been a match, the non-mineral match. Last chance, or even a match.
No, I'm not playing in a match. It's not a match.
It's not a match. It's not a match. It doesn't matter.
I said to you, I've got to put more time into my game. I can't keep playing like this when I've not played.
I mean, the messages are on screen now, but it's not a match at all.
All right, it's a bit of a match.
Oh. So guys, left-hand side of the fairway, you can see just how frosty it is today, and we've only got about kind of 30-40 yards in. This hole was measuring 290 yards off those back tees here on the academy course, so that for me is quite a good return for a hybrid. So apparently playing to a frozen green means the ball doesn't stop that well. Good shot as well, that. Right guys, you're just up the right side, similar distance to what I had.
Try and land it short here. Oh no. I've done the same.
Give you that, mate. Is that a 5?
It's a 5.
So I don't think the camera was running there, to be fair, but me and Gaz have just been saying this is a great time here to come out and test golf clubs. Obviously, the scoring isn't going to be great because the greens are a bit frozen. It's not really about the putting or the score, it's about seeing those ball flights off the tee, and especially when it's not a match, mate.
just getting out swinging.
Just getting out swinging. You're not having a match.
This is not for a win.
Doesn't matter what happens. And that's not me one up.
No, it's
like
not.
I'm not one up. That's a 4 for me, and it's a 5 for Gaz. I'm not one up. It's not a match. It's just nice. It's not a match, Fox, is it? It's just nice to be out and you don't have to be out with your mates. 1 up. What was that?
This is not officially going down.
Mate, it's not. I've told you it's not a match. Don't worry.
We're at your testing club.
It's not a match.
105.
Right, second hole, 105. Gaz, are you changing anything iron-wise in the bag? 'Cause I know that's been a controversial thing for you as well.
I actually got a set around to give you back.
Oh yeah.
I blazed back in.
You're joking, but you hit them Wilsons so good.
Yeah, I mean they're a fantastic iron. We're talking about DI94s here, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think they're called. Great cavity iron, absolutely fantastic. But I think if you're a fast club, you've got fast club head speed. They're hard to judge the distance dispersion. You know,
Yeah.
on your wedges and that, and your shorter irons.
I think the biggest thing was lie angle, because these are upright and your missus left, isn't it? Thing is, you can try and send it high so it stops, but it's going to bounce even higher, isn't it? Nice. All depends on the bounce. Oh, nice. What a bounce, that's tough. So guys, talk us through why the need for the specialist hybrid when, like for me, we played a lot of junior golf together and
yeah.
your strength was always hitting it miles off the tee. Why?
I've just been so inconsistent with driver. I've tried everything. I've tried an optimised driver for forgiveness.
TS2, TSR2,
yeah,
whatever.
so basically something that's designed to create a lot of spin, keep the ball straight down the middle.
Yeah.
But when I hit it bad, it's just a yip. It's literally a yip, like someone might have a chipping yip. So I've decided, just get rid of the hybrid. Get rid of the driver.
Yeah.
Just get the strongest fairway or hybrid I can get, and hybrids work best. It's giving me a club I can hit 270 off tee, and now I've gone back to an optimised driver for distance, which we're going to obviously try today.
We are, yeah. We'll have a look.
Yeah.
Because I think it's important to have something in the bag that gives you that amount of distance. But I mean, 270, I hit my driver 275, so you almost have that advantage of just having the club head speed to be able to do that.
Well, when I were in that driver that PXG that were optimised for forgiveness, it were only going 275 to 80.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says, when you feel like you're sacrificing 20, 30 yards, it's hard to take, isn't it?
Very hard, almost as hard as me missing the green here.
Good touch. Oh! It's a match that's not a match, but everybody thinks it's still a match.
No, nobody thinks it's a match, mate. Like, there's no need to really take your time and have a go with this birdie putt, 'cause it's not a match. Putter-wise, you've changed again since I last played with you.
This is an absolute gem, this. Seymour.
The Zach Johnson special.
It's not just about a putter, this. I mean, you can't just go and buy one of these guys. It's one that you need to actually understand the theory behind it.
Yeah.
Because it's more than just sort of buying a putter. You've got to use the right technique for it.
Yeah. Show us that technique on here then. Did you get fitted for this, Gaz?
Yeah, I were, yeah. It's the longest putter I've ever had in my life. I've never had a 36-inch putter before. I didn't trust my line there, and I've tried to sort of help it up slope instead of just committing to it.
So guys, why 36 inches? You've never had one before?
Well, I'd only ever, I thought closer you get to the ball, you know, better we're going to be. But actually, when I'm stood in better posture and I've got better balance, it's so much easier to like lock my lower half out and just literally use shoulders.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. I mean, mine's 35 and you're almost a half foot taller than me.
Yeah.
And you've got long legs, haven't you?
Yeah, it's all about sort of having good posture and standing upright and getting everything locked out, really.
Just please, this isn't a match. Up and down from there.
To say this isn't a match, this putt feels like there's a lot of pressure on it.
Yeah, and there's no reason for it to, because I mean, you've got a new putter in the bag that's 36 inches, which you've never had before, and it's not a match. So
why is there so much pressure on this putt?
I've no idea. Well done, mate. That must feel like a lot, because although it's not a match, you would have been 2 down there, wouldn't you, through 2? Yeah, let's talk about more clubs. Right, 260 yards, guys. We're going to go with this. See if you can, because it's also important to have that versatility in the bag as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So can you play it on the kind of par 3s? Then we're going to have a look at what's under here, because I'm interested. I've seen the shaft. knuckleball again. And again, with that loft and that shaft, maybe it's probably a club more 4 off the tee.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a go with it in a second, see if I can play a nice high cutty one into it.
Well, that's another point as well. I have made it, you wouldn't want to make this club for a fairway.
No.
I always said to people, if you're going to buy a hybrid foot fairway, make sure you've got some loft on it.
Yeah.
Don't get too greedy.
That's a tee monster, isn't it?
This is just a tee
Do you remember when you
monster.
had the Sonar Tech?
Yeah.
That was a beast, wasn't it?
It were, again, a little bit like this.
Yeah.
But having known what we know now, I've got the low spin shaft and I've got a longer shaft. I've left it down even lower than
And interestingly, what people won't have seen or felt is the thicker grip.
Yeah.
So that's designed just to take your hands out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
And probably stop that shot you just did there, just to turn it over a little bit. Not a bad shot, but maybe not so...
But for me, off the tee, that's such a good miss, isn't it?
That's perfect,
if
mate,
I hit that ball flat with a driver, it'd be another 50 yards left.
Speaking of driver, not the day to try it, but guys, check out Gaz's channel if you want to see some videos with it. Let's have a look what's under there, because I want to see...
Well, it's the edge you lent me last year, the TSI 3.
But more loft.
I've gone for 10 degree.
Yeah.
And I've also then gone with a little bit lower spinning shaft.
Right, so launch up in the air, get it going. You know what, we're going to get you to hit one of these at the end of this video just to see how it goes in this match that's not a match. But yeah. Right, I'm going to see if I can almost play like a Healy one, Gaz.
Yeah.
Down there. Done what I wanted it to.
Yeah. And it may have shaped more than you're expecting, but
Yeah,
that's
I think
probably
it has
because
done.
of the way that it's not got much backspin, has it?
No, so it's come out a knuckleball, but a cut. I've really, really enjoyed that actually.
So for shaping, it's going to...
I mean, it's near the green as well, so to say we're not in a match, if this was a match, I'd be happy with that. So guys, interesting that you've still got the PXG driver in the bag as well. Like, I've still got mine at home, and if you said to me, right James, go out and play golf and hit fairways, that's what I'd take.
It's not that one, it's a new one.
What's under this cover then?
It's it was from Hot
You are
Golf.
terrible.
It was £159, it's the 08 118.
Oh!
Yeah, it's that one.
That's the less forgiving one.
It were reduced from 599.
Wow. I'm going to have to borrow this in the new year, mate.
Yeah,
can I? What shot?
Yeah.
Hazardous blue as well. Oh my God, he's the perfect driver. That looks so good.
Yeah. Well, I thought if I'm going to go for this, you know, I've got the hybrid in the bag. And
I can't believe you.
Then I need a bomber, don't I? A low spin driver.
Guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see me test that. I can't wait. You know what, I'm going away this weekend and I almost wish I wasn't doing because I'd want to test that driver so much.
Well, I think we've got to have a match with this, haven't we? You know, I think.
Is it a match or is it not a match?
Well, no, but we had the match with the O2 111.
Yeah.
The forgiving driver. I think we're going to have a match with the obviously one optimised for distance and low spin.
And that'll count, will it?
That'll be a counting match, yeah.
So guys, we're just saying here, the hole was measuring 260. I'm just short right here, and Gaz is just over to the left. Now, this hole, yes, a little bit downhill, but it's also playing into the wind. That driver, but it's also playing into the wind. That hybrid is going miles. And although it's not a match, I have an easier chip than him, so. I cannot tell you how much that ball died into that bank exactly how I wanted it to. That was perfect. Land soft. Oh, Gaz. Great shot. Well done. I mean, it's a good job this isn't a match because it's not hotting up at all.
It's not warm.
I mean the match.
All right.
There for 2 par putts. So I'm a new head cover that Rich got me, Rich Lefty.
Oh,
Diaz.
yeah. That's right, nice that.
Lovely that, isn't it?
That's awesome.
Cheers, Rich. Because I mean, I'm jet lagged as well. Like, again, if I needed an excuse in a match, that would be it. I got back from LA yesterday, but...
Oh, I've got to trust this line, sorry.
Oh, he's just stayed left.
I'm not trusting the lines.
And I mean, now if this was a match, I'm not saying I'd have 2 for the match.
No.
But I suppose if it was a match, I'll let you hold that, mate, my new head cover, then I guess I'd have 2 for the match. So, I mean, your shadow, if this was a match, I'd ask you to move your shadow as well, because obviously you don't want to be winning like that, do you? Or not losing like that, should I say. And if this was a proper match, I'd take my time, I'd line the ball up. I'd probably go in for an aim point read, Gaz, as well, you know, like just try and make sure you get the line right, because line and pace, I mean, I'm pleased that if it was a match, I wouldn't need to make this. Like, it's a birdie putt on a short par 4, and even if it does, oh, it's gone in. I mean, so that's a birdie. And I believe that is a one-up win if it was a match. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really have enjoyed that. Well done, mate. Check out Gaz's channel. He's got loads of new clubs coming in. He'll probably spend a fortune in the new year as well on clubs. So I'm always interested to see what you've got in the bag.
You know, I'll definitely have you a match, you know, at some point soon.
All right, mate. Should you call that a rematch?
No, this is not a match.
Oh, Gary Martin. That was gorgeous. Get in!